The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaintant and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. Distinctly I remember. It was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrote its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books the seas of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angel named Lenore, nameless here for evermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terror never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor, entering entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entrance at my chamber door. This and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating, said no longer, "Sir," said I, "or ma'am, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I the crease was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more." Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, adopting, dreaming, dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and I echoed, muttered back the word, "Lenore." Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul with me burning, soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see, then, what the threat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. This is the wind, and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when with many flirt and flutter in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obese met he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mien of lord or lady perched above my chamber door, perched above a bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this eveny bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore, through the crest be shorn and shaven true, I said, "Art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the night shore? Tell me what a lordly name is on the night Plutonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much I marvelled this ungainly fall to hear discourse so plainly, through its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above the chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured best above the chamber door, which such name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing further than he uttered, not a feather that he fluttered, till I secretly more than muttered, other winds have flown before, on the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird sighed, Nevermore. Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, doubtless, said I, what it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, one unmerciful disaster, followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the degrees of hope that melancholy burden bore, of nevermore. But the raven still beguiling all my fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door, then up on the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy, and fancy thinking was this ominous bird of yore, what the grim, ungainly, ghastly ground, and ominous bird of yore, meant in croaking, Nevermore. This I said, engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the fall where fiery eyes now burned into my bottom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining on the cushion velvet lining that the lamplight glutton o'er, but worst velvet violet lining with the lamplight glutton o'er. She shall press a nevermore. Then me through the air grew denser perfume from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim who footfall tinkled on the tufted floor. Worth, I cried, the God has lent thee, by this angel he has sent thee. Respire, respire, a nefis from my memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff, this kind nefis of forgot the last Lenore. Quoth the raven, Nevermore. Prophet, said I, think of evil. Prophet still, if bird or devil. Whatever tempter sent, or whatever tempest tossed thee here ashore, desolate, yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on the home by horror hunted, tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, Nevermore. Prophet, said I, think of evil. Prophet still, if bird or devil. By the heaven that bends above us, by the God we both adore, tell the soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aden it shall clasp enchanted maiden, whom the angel named Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angel named Lenore. Quoth the raven, Nevermore. Be the word or sign of parting, bird or feet, I sheered upstarting, get thee back into the tempest and the night Plutonian shore. Leave no black plum as a token of that lie the soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take the beak from out my heart, and take the form from off my door. Quoth the raven, Nevermore. And the raven never flittered, still is sitting Oh, the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming shores his shadow on the floor, and my soul from out the shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.